Find the term number n for which un has a given value. So what we've got here is we've got the term for the sequence, and we've got a particular sequence, and we've got to come up with the value of n. So in part A, we've got un is equal to 7n minus 3, and we've got that un is 298. So what we do is we take 7n minus 3 and put it equal to 298, and then just solve that equation. So first step, opposite of subtracting 3 is to add 3 to both sides. So if you add 3 to this side, you get 7n. You add 3 to this side, you get 301. Next, because we've got 7n, the opposite is to divide by 7. So dividing both sides by 7, we're going to get n on this side, and then 301 divided by 7 is 43. Therefore, 298 is the 43rd term of the sequence. B, we've got un is n squared minus 3, and we've got the particular term is equal to 166. So we've got n squared minus 3 is equal to 166. The opposite of subtracting 3 is to add 3 to both sides. So adding 3 to this side will just give n squared, and then to this side will give 169. Now the opposite of squaring is to take the square root of both sides. So the square root of n squared is n. And then when we take the square root of 169, we have to remember it's plus or minus 169. And the square root of 169 is 13, so we get plus or minus 13. Now, but for the case when n is equal to minus 13, it does not make sense. We can't have a minus 13th term of a sequence. N starts at 1 and n are always positive values, so something to remember. And therefore 166 is the 13th term of the sequence n squared minus 3. When we got un is equal to n squared minus 5n plus 8, both this sequence and this sequence are called quadratic sequences, and this one is called a linear sequence. Then we take n squared minus 5n plus 8 is equal to 74. How do we solve a quadratic? Well, normally we put it equal to 0. So we'll need to take away 74 from both sides. So taking 74 away from this side, we've got 8, take away 74, that's going to give minus 66. And on this side, it's just going to be equal to 0. Now normally if we're trying to find n for a sequence, then n will be a whole number. So then most of these quadratics should factorize quite nicely. So make up a couple of brackets starting with n. What are the factors of 66? Well, 1 and 66. Maybe we can try 6 and 11. We want 1 to be plus here and 1 to be minus because we want minus 66, but we want minus 5n in the middle. So this one here would have to be negative, and this one here would have to be plus. Okay, like I've always said, you need to be able to solve quadratics in any sort of advanced maths. So from this bracket, you're going to get that n is equal to minus 6. That's just not possible. We know that's not possible. And from this bracket, we're going to get that n is equal to 11. So 74 is actually the 11th term of the sequence. So this has been a video to show you how to find a term number, the term number n for a particular value of un. I hope you've understood, and I thank you very much for watching.